Now, Ramonas like myself have said over and over again that issues with Brexit. Now, from my personal standpoint, we haven't got the infrastructure to stand on our own 2 feet. It's not that I love the EU, I'm fully aware of what they've done for me, and I am grateful for what's been done for me. The fact that Donald Tusk has done more to get me into work than my MP, Charlie Elfrick, is pretty damn awesome. But there are problems with the EU. However, leaving the EU hurts us a lot more than it hurts them. This morning, an article popped up on the Mirror. I will link the full thing down below. Titled, Chancellor Philip Hammond threatens return to brutal austerity in no deal. Now, a little while ago, I don't think I covered this, but a little while ago, George Osborne, who was the Chancellor for David Cameron, came out and said, yeah, we didn't need to take these austerity measures to get the country right again. And economic specialists around the world have said repeatedly in different situations, austerity is not how you get things back on track. But it is what Tories and Conservatives love to do because they love that disparity between the wealth gaps. They love the rich having everything and the poor having nothing. Nothing's more clear when you see Amber Rudd and Esther McVeigh, who's still trying to champion herself as a woman of the people, constantly defending universal credits, despite time and time again them being exposed as a direct attack on people. But back to this. Chancellor Philip Hammond today threatened a return to brutal austerity and a no-deal Brexit. The Tory cabinet minister indicated there will be no extra money for police if it's spent on Brexit instead, despite a knife crime crisis. I did a video today saying about knife crime and the fact that Theresa May has ignored experts. She's ignored the police, constantly telling her, if you keep cussing us, crime will increase. And now Philip Hammond is basically saying, yeah, I don't care. Fuck you. His warning comes just months after he and Theresa May claimed austerity is coming to an end after years of pain and public service under Tory rule. Campaigners say that despite a public sector pay rise, austerity is still continuing for many, including in a benefit freeze. And and more money must be pumped in for it to be properly ended. It goes on. I'll link it down below if you want to read it. But the fact of the matter is, austerity serves no economic benefit other than keeping the wealthy wealthy. That's it. The idea of trickle-down economics, even the name of it, should insult you. The idea that the government is going to give wealthy people absolutely everything, and then these private citizens are going to give you just the crumbs off the table. First off, it doesn't work that way. But secondly, how insulting of a notion is that? I, someone who earns less than £20,000 a year, have paid more tax than Philip Hammond, who is on, I believe, over 100,000 a year in his current position. And members of Parliament have now just seen an almost £2,000 increase, meaning they're on £79,000 a year as a basic salary when they get into Parliament, plus travel expenses, plus a £70 day food allowance. And yet, Philip Hammond, we're bringing back austerity because there's no money. Now you can blame this on Brexit, and in part I do, because we are going to have a lot less money as we're leaving our cash cow. But the reality is, it's a Conservative policy. It's Conservative policies to keep wages for the masses low. It's a Conservative policy where they almost unilaterally vote against raising any kind of benefit system. And Anna Salisbury is one of those people who voted against raising money for people on disability allowance or long-term sickness. It's a Conservative policy to hoard the money for the wealthy. So again, just as I said in my knife crime video, every single time a politician comes out and makes this big stand, do a little check to see if they voted to keep Theresa May in power this year. The Lib Dems betrayed the country, in my opinion, in 2010 when they sided with Cameron. They did it again in 2019 when they protected Theresa May and her government that allows things like this to continue.